Today, I just have a really heavy heart, and I really want to share this word with you today. It's in the book of Matthew. We're starting at chapter 24. We're going to read this whole chapter. It's a heavy one, so buckle up. It says, Jesus left the temple and was walking away when the disciples came up to him to call attention to its buildings. Do you see all these things? He asked. Truly I tell you, not one stone will be left on another. Every one will be thrown down. As Jesus was sitting on the Mount of Olives, the disciples came to him privately. Tell us, they said, when will this happen? What will be the sign of your coming and of the end of age? Jesus answered, watch out that no one deceives you, for many will come in my name, claiming I am the Messiah, and will deceive many. You will hear of wars and rumors of wars, but see to it that you are not alarmed. Such things must happen, but the end is still to come. Nation will rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there will be famines and earthquakes in various places. All of these are the beginning of birth pains. Then you will be handed over to be persecuted and put to death, and you will be hated by all nations because of me. And at that time many will turn away from the faith and will betray and hate each other, and many false prophets will appear and deceive many people. Because of the increase of wickedness, the love of most will grow cold, but the one who stands firm to the end will be saved. And this gospel of the kingdom will be preached in the whole world as a testimony to all nations, and then the end will come. So when you see standing in the holy place the abomination that causes desolation, spoken of through the prophet Daniel, let the reader understand. Then let those who are in Judea flee to the mountains. Let no one on the housetop go down and take anything out of the house. Let no one in the field go back to get their cloak. How dreadful it will be in those days for pregnant women and nursing mothers. Pray that your flight will not take place in winter or on the Sabbath, for then there will be great distress, unequal from the beginning of the world until now, and never again to be equaled again. So let's break down what we just read so far. He's talking about don't be deceived. There's going to be a lot of people who come and say they're the Messiah, say they are Jesus, but they are not. You will know when it's him. Trust me, these people are not him. He's talking about how people hate Christians, and we see that all the time. They hate us. They hate us. And we see it on the news. We see it on social media. People are being handed over. They're being killed for their faith. This is not new. This has been happening forever, but it's happening in such alarming numbers. Millions of people are dying because of this. And who dies for a lie? No one dies for a lie. We're going to continue on now at verse 22. If those days had not been cut short, no one would survive. For the sake of the elect, those days will be shortened. And at the time, if anyone says to you, look, here is the Messiah, or there he is, do not believe it. For false messiahs and false prophets will appear and perform great signs and wonders to deceive, if possible, even the elect. See, I have told you ahead of time. Let's break this down. It's saying that he deliberately makes us feel like our days are getting shorter, and he's cutting the days shorter because it's to help us get by, because this world is so heavy. And he's telling us don't fall for the lies that people are going to say, and that even people that are coming and performing these great wonders, they're going to try to fool us and make us feel deceived and that they are him. Even people that believe in him are going to believe it. This is why he tells us ahead of time. He says it in those exact words. See, I have told you ahead of time. Continuing on to verse 26. So if anyone tells you, there he is out in the wilderness, do not go out. Or here he is in the inner rooms, do not believe it. For as lightning comes from the east, is visible even in the west, so will be the coming of the Son of Man. Where there is carcass, there the vultures will gather. Immediately after the distress of those days, the sun will be darkened, the moon will not give its light, the stars will fall from the sky, and the heavenly bodies will be shaken. Then will appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven, and then all the peoples of the earth will mourn when they see the Son of Man coming on the clouds of heaven with the power and great glory. And he will send his angels with a loud trumpet call, and they will gather his elect from the four winds, from one end of the heavens to the other. let's break this down now. Like I said, he said, don't go out into the wilderness. They say that Jesus is out there. No, he's not. He's not in the rooms. He's not in the wilderness. He is in heaven. He is alive. That's where he is right now. And he's telling us that when he appears, he's coming down. We're going to see him. Everyone will see him. All the people of the earth. Everyone will see him. There will be no discrediting it. You will not be able to say, that's not him. It's him. And the loud trumpet call will, like, you're gonna hear it. You're not just gonna see it. You're gonna hear it. You're gonna know. Now, reading from verse 32. Now learn this lesson from the fig tree. As soon as its twigs get tender and its leaves come out, you know that summer is near. Even so, when you see all these things, you know it is near, right at the door. Truly I tell you, this generation will certainly not pass away until all these things have happened. Heaven and earth will pass away, but my words will never pass away. We're continuing on to the section called The Day and the Hour is Unknown. And this is at verse 36. But about the day or the hour no one knows, not even the angels in heaven, nor the Son, but only the Father. As it was in the days of Noah, so it will be at the coming of the Son of Man. For in the days before the flood, people were eating and drinking, marrying and giving in marriage up to the day that Noah entered the ark. And they knew nothing about what would happen until the flood came and took them all away. That is how it will be at the coming of the Son of Man. 2 men will be in the field, one will be taken, the other left. 2 women will be grinding with a handmill, one will be taken, the other left. Therefore, keep watch, because you do not know on what day your Lord will come. But understand this, if the owner of the house had known what time of the night the thief was coming, he would have kept watch and would not have let his house be broken into. So you also must be ready, because the Son of Man will come at an hour when you do not expect him. Who then is faithful and wise servant, whom the master has put in charge of the servants in his household, to give them their food at a proper time? It will be good for that servant whose master finds him doing so when he returns. Truly I tell you, he will put him in charge of all his possessions. But suppose that servant is wicked, and says to himself, my master is staying away a long time, and he then begins to beat his fellow servants, and then to eat and drink with drunkards. The master of the servant will come at a day when he does not expect him, at an hour he is not aware of. He will cut him to pieces and assign him a place with the hypocrites, where there will be weeping and gnashing of teeth. Jesus is telling us, no one knows the day, the time, or the hour. Not the angels, not the Son, but the Father. So we always need to be ready. He's telling us that because when he returns, he wants us to be ready for him. And not just someone pleading with him, saying all of a sudden, like, oh, I didn't know, or that you were coming. Just like how the man who, if he knew that someone's going to break into his house, he would have kept watch, right? Well, we see all the things that are happening and taking place, but we are not preparing ourselves if we're not reading our Bibles. We're not preparing ourselves if we are not speaking and praying to the Lord. But to those who are faithful and committed and keep doing what they're supposed to be doing, he's going to be pleased with them. Verse 51, where he says, he will cut them to pieces and assign him a place with the hypocrites, where there will be weeping and gnashing of teeth. That is hell. Hell is a real place. It is not somewhere you want to go. It's not just a punchline. It's not just a joke.